Alright, we are on the play, and we'll keep this one. Hopefully we'll draw some business with our Scrylands. Alright, turn one Scryland. Looking for business. Good enough. The interaction spell is okay as well. Certainly better than a random card in our deck. Plains, Soldier. I see. I see. Guess we're gonna Devour Flush that guy then. Hopefully we'll draw some more, well, I mean, we need a creature, but Call a Conclave? Okay. It's probably prudent for me to Thoughtseizes and take like a Brimaz or something. Holy crap! That could have backfired. So he's playing Smiter over Brimaz. Okay, well. Alright. So he's gonna Smiter, we're gonna Downfall. He's gonna Smiter, we're gonna Downfall. Hopefully he'll Brick, and then we can Vraska the Centaur. But we're gonna be at 9 life. But, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. I'm not gonna lie about that. These decks sometimes play, Brave the Elements, so, or Rootborn Defenses, so it's better to do it when they're tapped out. Another Devour Flush would be ideal, but can't always have what you want. Mutavault, not bad. Again, Rootborn Defenses is something they could have, so. Now, if he bricks this turn, usually like a bunch of Banishing Lights is my hope. If he bricks off this turn, then we can Vraska the Centaur. If he actually drew Rootborn Defenses, we're pretty toast. He put a card on the bottom. His Temple of Plane was on the bottom, so it's possible he could have bricked. No Rootborn Defenses for the win there. Vraska is untapping. Is Vraska living, or is she getting... Oh, alright. Our opponent bricked off 3 turns in a row. So that's good for us. That's very good for us. Now, he could have a Celestial Charm. Which... I'm deciding whether I want to attack with Mutavault. Celestial Charm, I'd probably let them trade. Because he can't really attack Vraska because he'll just die. So my concern would be Advent of the Worm, which I would certainly Devour Flesh, but he could have Advent of the Worm and Celestia Charm. I think Celestia Charm is the biggest reason to not attack with Mutavault. I want to save Devour Flesh for a bigger creature. I don't want to take 2 more damage. Oh, Boon Satyr. Okay. I didn't think about Boon Satyr, but Boon Satyr is another reason to not attack with Mutavault. Devour Flesh can take out, like, Smiters and Advent of the Worms, so I'd rather save a Devour Flesh than save a Mutavault. Alright, see what he's working with. Might have another Boon Satyr. No, just lands. Okay. We're keeping the land in our hand in case we draw Pack Rat. We have Underworld Connections, but I think we're drawing Underworld Connections, we're going to be okay, so. Like I said, if we draw Underworld Connections, we're going to be okay, so. Whatever card he drew, even if it was either a Celestial Charm or Boon Satyr or an Advent of the Worm, we're going to be able to Devour Flesh it, so. We can play Connections, and we're going to play a land and attack for 3 and play Connections and draw a card and leave open Devour Flesh, and all that jazz. So we're going to do this first. We might draw Mutavault, so we're going to do this on our turn. We did not draw Mutavault, but that's okay. Our opponent seems a bit flooded. Him brooking off 3 consecutive turns was really bad news for him. Really, really bad news for him. He really needed... Like, if he hit even one creature, would have put me in pretty dire straits. Deciding whether I want to play Pack Rat or not. I think I just want to play Pack Rat here. He's a green-white deck. I'm not concerned about like a Fireball or some sort of reach spell from him. I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is an Advent of the Worm. So... do it now in case you draw as a flash creature or something. I mean, I'm gonna kill that guy, so why wait? He's at 20, but I mean, the writing's on the wall. Should I just make... I mean, I don't even know whether I should be making Pack Rats or not. I mean, I don't think it's relevant. I think he's super dead, so... Again, we're playing sloppily, but I mean, I tend to play sloppy when the game's very over, so... Even out of the Advent of the Worm into a Johnny is only 10. I mean, just dies on the counter swing. Okay. Alright, going into some sort of green and white deck. We definitely want the Doom Blades. And he doesn't have token creators, so Devour Flesh is going to be great against him. The Demons are going to be great, the Pack Rats are going to be great. Thoughtseizes are not great against Smiter. That could really backfire. Grey Merchants are not great against him. The reason why is like he doesn't have reach, so I don't need a high life total to pad it. And it doesn't block. His creatures are so enormous. We're talking 3/3s, 4/4s, and 5/5s. So the 2/4 body is awful. So I really don't want to draw it. It's really good with, obviously it's good with Underworld Connections, but he could have Voice of Resurgence, making the Devour Flesh is a bit worse. And in fact, if he has Voice of Resurgence, he'll definitely be bringing them in. He goes into top deck node really fast. He Thoughtseizes may actually be pretty bad. Maybe take out 2 Thoughtseizes and bring in 1 Green. I don't want to draw 2 Thoughtseizes a game. The Vraska is not that great. Maybe a Thoughtseize or Grey Merchant is better than Vraska. It probably is. Vraska was okay that game, but I mean it's just a 5-mana kill target creature, so it does kill Banishing Light, but I've already got Abrupt Decays for that. Golgari Charm can kill Boon Satyr, but he doesn't really have... I mean, he has Soldier of the Pantheon and Boon Satyr. But he has Call of Conclave, Voice of Resurgence, blocks it on Smiter, probably Brimaz. Yeah. Generally against creature decks, I don't like having Thoughtseizes. What happens is you generally have a bunch of 1/1 removals. And then what ends up happening is you get into a top deck war, and Thoughtseizes are the last thing you want to draw late game. Especially against... Like, he's going to empty his hand of all relevant cards by turn 4. So... No, I don't want to keep a 1-lander. He mulliganed to 5. He mulliganed to 5, but... I have to draw 2 lands. 25 lands in my deck. This hand's not great. This Grey Merchant's already mulligan. This thing can very easily lose. It's not worth it. This hand's much better. You mulligan to 4, we mulligan to 5. Not going to be the greatest of games. Question is whether I want Mutavault or Temple of Malady turn 1. I would Temple this turn. Attacking versus them is kind of silly. I'm not really... I'm the player with inevitability. So my goal is just to not die. By not dying, I win. So... Looks like he's Mana Screw, which is a bit unfortunate. So it seems like... I think it's like a very interesting matchup. I would have liked to have tested some more. Banishing Light probably changes the dynamic of the matchup quite a bit. So does Citizen Tactics. He probably has Citizen Tactics as well, which allows the green deck to kill all the pack rats. So kind of unfortunate. And plus, I think he was one spell away from winning the last game. So but he hit 3 turns to draw a spell to kill us, and he didn't get there, so... I'd rather just remove options from him, I guess. No, it's probably better just to make a pack rat, because he can't actually race me. If he wants to block, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, he has to block. Did I actually just deal less damage to him? I did. I could have just Devour Fleshed him. That was so bad. If I Devour Flesh him, he goes to 22, and then I attack with Mutavault. So it would have been 8 damage. So he'd be at 14. As it is, he's going to go to 14. It's the same damage. Okay. I don't feel as bad anymore. I don't feel as bad anymore. I forgot he gains 4 life, so... Boonsatyr? Alright. He's gonna have to keep on throwing things away, and he's taking damage every turn. That guy's too small to block. We can save that for next turn. We can activate Mutavault and play pack rat next turn to get an extra to get a lot more damage in. It's probably better to discard Unaware Connections there, though I don't know what's going to happen to me. I mean, Detention Sphere would be the worst case scenario, so... Yeah, I think he's a green-white deck, so I don't think he has blue access to himself, so... Kind of unfortunate that he mulliganed to 4. I mean, we mulliganed to 5, so, I mean, it was something, but... The difference between 6 and 7 and the difference between 4 and 5 is significant, so... Especially since I was on the draws, it was actually between 4 and 6. But yeah, I think this matchup, I mean, I think that more Doomblades really helped me in this matchup. Especially since he's running Call the Conclaves and Ebon and the Worms to dodge. They're tokens. They're sorceries that create tokens, they're not creatures, so Lifebane Zombie doesn't tag those. So wow, Unflinching Courage. Wow. Okay, so we just started Devour Flesh, which could have just like it had a possibility of just losing the game on the spot. Holy moly, yeah, not discarding Unaware Connections was a huge blunder. What a blunder. So he's going to take 12 and die. Just barely, though. This game could have gone much worse. That discard was really poor.